Now, we will introduce the concept of the 5 capitals. The 5 capitals model can be used to allow countries or companies to develop a vision of what sustainability looks like for its own operations, products, and services. The vision is developed by considering what an organization or company needs to do in order to maximize the value of each capital. There are a number of consulting companies that are implementing this model in their business strategies. For example, architecture studios are designing their buildings to improve the quality of social life in urban zones by engineering environmental factors such as air quality, daylight, heat, and wind. Architects are adding value on sustainable transportation by creating bike paths and social green zones within the neighborhoods. Using the model in this way for decision-making can lead to more sustainable outcomes. Sustainable development is the best way to manage these capital assets in the long term. It is a dynamic process through which a balance can be achieved between their environmental, social, and economic activities. Natural capital is a way of thinking about the environment as a set of natural capital assets, for example, soil, rivers, or woodlands. We all rely on the flow of ecosystem services, for example, pollination, fresh water, air quality, and other regulating services which these assets provide. Government expectations of the infrastructure and construction sectors in this area are rapidly increasing. Key themes that are relevant to natural capital are biodiversity, air quality, land quality, and water quality. Social capital concerns the institutions that help us maintain and develop human capital in partnership with others. For example, families, communities, businesses, trade unions, schools, and voluntary organizations. Measures related to human capital focus on delivering benefits that are relevant to the individual that is impacted. To achieve the maximum benefit, it is required to understand the needs of the individuals and the local community and engage in a meaningful way with the affected individuals. Enhancing human capital through education and training is central to a flourishing economy. Key themes that are relevant to human capital are physical well-being, mental well-being, skills, and training. Financial capital plays an important role in the economy, enabling the other types of capital to be owned and traded. But unlike the other types, it has no real value itself, but is representative of natural, human, social, or manufactured capital. For example, shares, bonds, or banknotes. Key themes that are relevant to financial capital are governance, financing, return on capital employed, whole life value for money, and wider economic impacts. Manufactured capital is any physical means of production or means of protection beyond that which can be gathered or found directly in nature, and it often refers to goods and infrastructure controlled by an organization. Given the current climate emergency, the manufactured capital society creates is only of value if it is low carbon or net zero, and ideally resource efficient in the widest sense. Key themes that are relevant to manufactured capital are therefore resource efficiency, resilience, carbon, and physical assets. The 5 capitals can be merged into 3 pillars of sustainable development: economic, social, and environmental value. The economic value is interconnected to the manufactured capital and financial capital, the social value to the human capital and social capital, and the natural capital to the environmental value. The 5 capitals model introduces a holistic way to sustainable project development.